All right. Good morning, kids. I hope you are able to hear me, and I hope you're doing really very well. And I also would like to remind you that you have a major test this Sunday, and I hope all of you remember the syllabus, right? Hita, the notes are uploaded on the drive. Just check again, Hita. Notes are uploaded on the drive. Yes. Good morning, Fiza. Good morning, everyone. Yeah. So yes, so you can go through it, guys. I think many of you are already aware of this. I think the image may the symbols are not important. It is maybe if you want to zoom it out, you can. Right. So yes, you can go through it. We'll come back to this at the end of the class. Probably this is a kind of an introduction of our today's class. There is one correction here. Just a minute. There is a small correction here. This got to be L. Okay. Pritesh, that you need to figure out. Pritesh, you are a biology student. You need to figure it out. Right? So if you can figure that out, that will solve 50% of your problems. Correct? Right. So yeah, let's move ahead. I guess we are done with this. You can go through it and we'll come back to this again. This is actually, if you consider it from the cartoon point of view, it's actually quite connecting between this thing and our today's topic. So your syllabus for your major test is first 3 chapters of chemistry, right? That is solid state, solutions, and electrochemistry. 3 chapters you have for major tests, right? All right, so let's move ahead. We'll come to the quiz later. This is your recall test based on our last class. I think last class we had discussed about the order, molecularity, and all. So this is a question based on it. It's a pretty easy question. So your major test will have first year portions also, guys. It's a cumulative one. It's a cumulative one. So please check the question out. This is an easy question and it's a previous year JEE Advanced 2014 question. So that's what I want to tell you. Every question in exam is not tough, right? You'll definitely see some easy doable questions as well. So all you need to do that is just do them first. All right. So yeah, many of you already started voting and I think many of you got it right also. There are some people who are getting it wrong. Please do the calculation, write the rate law and do it. If you are getting it wrong, there is a high chance that you are guessing it. There is a high chance that you are guessing it. All right. So many of you have actually answered it on chat correctly also. Yeah, it's a direct question, but you can see it's a JEE Advanced 2014 question. So that's what I want to tell you here. Every question in exam is not tough. There are a lot of questions in exam which are very much doable. Even the tougher exams also have doable questions. Correct? All right, guys. So we have another 20 seconds for this. Actually, it doesn't require that much, but still, I'll give you 20 seconds to attempt this. Yes, Gauri, you're right. Vijay Lakshmi, you need to check your answer again. Yes, Pritish, right. Avinash is also wrong. Avinash, you're wrong. You need to check again, Avinash. Aishwarya M, I think you're right. Falguni, I think you need to check your answer again. Vishal, you need to check your answer again. You can't be doing this wrong, guys. This is quite a easier question. Athar, check again. Sahana, check again. Shashwat, check again. Athar, check again. Chalo, Munisha is right. Viresh, just log out and join again. Chalo, let's end this on account of 3, 2, 1. Samrudh, finally you are back. All right, so we are ending it now, guys. Right? So, yeah. So many of you have actually voted for A. I don't know why. I didn't see you, Samrudh, on the chat or this thing. That's why I said, don't feel bad about it. I just said in a normal tone. Yeah, so you see this now. If you take this question, it is saying rate of a reaction is proportional to your reactant, that is M. Let us say your power is alpha, order is alpha, or you can take N also, up to you. Let's take alpha only. So it says if you increase rate of disappearance of M increases by a factor of 8 on doubling the concentration. So let us double the concentration. So if you double the concentration to M power alpha, rate becomes 8 times. So this is 8 times. That's all. You have two equations now. Divide them. So when you divide these two equations, what do you get? Rate will get cancelled. So 1 by 8 is equal to K will get cancelled. M will get cancelled. So you'll get 1 by 2 power alpha. Right? So which you can equate it as 1 by 8 can be written as 1 by 2 to the power 3 is equals to 1 by 2 to the power alpha. That means your alpha is equals to what? 3. Right? Your alpha is equals to 3. I hope this is clear. I hope this is clear. Right? Is there any other, if anyone has any doubt in this, guys, I'll give you a 5-second window. Please ask. If there is any doubt in this question, there is a 5-second window. Please ask. Cool. So I think it is clear to everyone. This is an easy question, but it's a JEE advanced question. Right. Now we are moving to the topics. First, we'll finish whatever was left yesterday. Then we'll start a new topic, that is integrated rate law. So yeah, there's a difference between order and molecularity. There's a difference between order and molecularity. Let us see what that difference is. Let me zoom it out for you. I think it is visible. Yeah. So the first point of difference is basically it represents the sum of powers of the reactant in a rate law equation. It is the sum of the stoichiometric coefficient in a elementary reaction. Molecularity is the sum of the stoichiometric coefficient in a elementary reaction. Correct? Then it is determined experimentally, order of a reaction. It is a theoretical concept. It can be fractional. It is always a whole number. Sometimes order can be 0. Molecularity cannot be 0. Order depend upon temperature, pressure, and concentration, because experiment depends upon temperature, pressure, concentration. If you change the experimental conditions, your order will change because it is determined experimentally. Whereas molecularity does not depend upon these temperature, pressure, etc. Order of a reaction gives information about slowest step. Hence, explain the mechanism of the reaction. Molecularity does not give any information about mechanism of the reaction. Order of a reaction is based on overall reaction, whereas overall molecularity of a complex reaction has no significance. We can find molecularity only for elementary step. Good morning, Sanjana. We can find molecularity only for elementary step. So I hope these points are clear to you guys. If there is any doubt in any of these points, please quickly respond. Please quickly respond. So this is your difference between order and molecularity. Right. Molecularity, third point is, it is always a whole number. It cannot be zero, it cannot be fraction. Molecularity cannot be zero, molecularity cannot be fraction, because molecularity represents the number of molecules which will collide. So zero molecules cannot collide, right? So molecularity cannot be zero. Negative molecules cannot collide. So molecularity cannot be negative. Fractional molecules cannot be collide. Therefore, it cannot be fraction, right? Is it asked in boards? I don't think so. It will be asked in boards. I have already told you boards mein whatever is asked, I have explained you, right? 1 mark mein units of rate constant and all. There's a 3 mark question which we'll cover for boards today. Order of reaction, last point is molecularity cannot be fraction, Kayuri. Molecularity, can it be a fraction? Yeah, it can be fraction, sorry. Half O2, yeah. It can be fraction, it cannot be negative, and it cannot be negative, it cannot be zero. Let me check the fraction one. I don't think so. It can be a fraction also. Molecularity. I'll have to check that. There is a physical significance nahi hai ki it can be a fraction, but if there are some examples, I need to check that. ठीक है? Athar, fifth point I have already repeated previously. क्या कर रहे हो? What is the order of a reaction? Order of a reaction you calculate it for the complete reaction. Whether it is complex or elementary does not matter. You find the order of reaction for a complete reaction. But do you calculate the molecularity of a reaction for complex reaction? No, you don't calculate molecularity for a complex reaction. You always calculate molecularity only for elementary step. That means if there are 4 steps of the mechanism, for every step there will be a separate molecularity. Molecularity cannot be for the overall reaction. If there are 3-4 steps, molecularity is for 1 step only. It is never for the complete reaction, right? You're telling fifth mein, obviously if you change the experimental conditions, if you are changing the experimental conditions, order is determined experimentally. So obviously order will change because order is determined experimentally. But molecularity is a theoretical concept. It does not depend upon your experimental condition. It is as simple as that. It is I guess, yeah, you're getting it right here. It should be a natural number. It should not be 0. It should be 1, 2, 3, something like that. Maybe there is an error here. I understand that, Kairi. So it should not be 0. It should be 1, 2, 3, etc. Okay? Is it for elementary? Molecularity is always for elementary step. We have defined the definition of molecularity as that only. Okay? It is always for elementary step only. Molecularity is never for overall reaction. It is for elementary steps. Right? All right. So, 6th step is order of reaction gives information about slowest step. Who was this? Vedant, I think we have already discussed. In a multiple step reaction, you write your rate law from slowest step. So if you have the order, you can say what is the number of molecules participating in the slowest step of the reaction. Correct? You write your rate from the slowest step. So therefore, order gives you information about slowest step of the mechanism. But elementary cannot be written only for slowest step. It can be written for every step. Therefore, molecularity does not give you idea about slow step or fast step of the reaction. Right? So I hope I have taken all the points here. Yes, Kayuri, it cannot be this thing, right? That half O2 you cannot say directly it is an elementary reaction. That depends upon the mechanism, right? So molecularity will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like that. It cannot be fraction, it cannot be negative, it cannot be zero value. Fraction I'll check again, but as far as I remember, it cannot be fraction, right? Now let's move ahead. Yeah, any other further doubts in this, guys? Any other doubt in this? Remember, molecularity is, Arey Kishan, molecularity is equal to order, not always. Only in elementary reactions. Only in elementary reactions they are equal, not always. What about the complex reactions? What will you do there? So molecularity is not always equal to order, right? I think, yeah. Any other doubt, guys? We'll move ahead otherwise. So I'll summarize. Order is experimental concept. Molecularity is a theoretical concept. Order is calculated from powers of the reactant in rate law, whereas molecularity is calculated from stoichiometry in the elementary step of the reaction. Order can be negative, 0, or fraction. Molecularity cannot be. Molecularity will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Order depends upon experimental conditions. Molecularity does not. Order gives you information about slowest step, whereas molecularity does not. Molecularity can be written for every step, right? So this is the summary of the difference. If there is any doubt in the difference, guys, please ask quickly. Any doubt in this difference? This is very, very important. You should be clear how to find molecularity and how to find order. It's very important. All right. So there is no doubt. So let's move ahead. Yeah. Now, why molecularity of 3 is very rare? Molecularity 3 is very rarely found, or molecularity greater than 3 is also very rarely found. So how we defined our molecularity was, it is the number of molecules which will come and collide with each other in one step. That is elementary step. So in one step, the number of molecules which will come and collide with each other of the reactants is known as molecularity. But here you can see the probability that 3 or 4 molecules will come and collide with each other at the same point is very less. That the 3 molecules can come together and collide with each other at one single point. That probability is very less because molecules are randomly moving. So all of them to come and meet at the same point and collide at the same point, that probability is very less. Therefore, the molecularity greater than 3 is very rare, right? So I hope this point is clear, that order, in fact, order is also very rare, but order we can't comment because it depends upon mechanism of the reaction. But molecularity greater than 3 order is very, very rare, right? I hope it is clear, guys. All right. Yes, any other doubt, guys? In the last two points, if there is any doubt, why it is rare? Meghna, you need to understand the definition of molecularity for that. The molecularity definition is, in one step of a reaction, how many molecules will come and collide with each other for reactant molecules, right? If there are 2 molecules colliding, molecularity is 2, 3 molecules colliding, molecularity is 3. But you see this point, right? All the molecules will come and collide at the same, collide with this can collide with this can collide with this can collide with this. They can collide with each other. But all of them to come and meet at this point, some planning is required. They cannot randomly come and meet at one point. Even if they meet, the probability will be very less, right? The probability of all of them at meeting at the same point will be very less. Therefore, your molecularity greater than 3 is very, very less probable. We are saying rare means less probable. Okay? You can say less probable. Okay? Tanush, why 4th molecule does not collide? They are colliding. That's what he's saying, na? even if 3 molecules collide, Dhanush, fourth molecule will be difficult to collide. By the time 3 molecules have collided, fourth molecule might not have reached the point. Therefore, it did not collide. So probability is again for all of them to collide together is very less. Dhanush. What quantity can be determined for 3 molecules and more? What quantity, as in there are only 2 quantities. There is nothing as such. The reactions are only very rare. We are not saying, see, you have got it wrong. We are not saying that these reactions can occur and we cannot find molecularity. We are not saying that. We are saying the probability of these reactions to occur is only very less. Right? Vijayalakshmi, I think you have got it reverse. Right? The reactions are only very rare. There is highly very less reactions which can happen like this, where 4 molecules will come and collide with each other. Right? If they collide at the same time, then molecularity is 4 or 3. Dhanush. We are not saying molecularity 3 and molecularity 4 does not exist. We are saying the reactions where molecularity can be 3 or 4 are very less probability. Very less numbers are obtained. Right? It depends upon many factors, Pritesh. There are many factors, not just we can't generalize its shares because we don't know whether the reactions are ionic or not. Right. So this is your first question based on molecularity. For an elementary reaction, see, I have mentioned it clearly here. It is an elementary reaction, one-step reaction. 2x plus y, z plus w. What is your molecularity of the reaction? This is an easy question which you can get. CET type question it is. CET type question it is. What is the molecularity of this reaction? You can answer it on poll. Do not answer on chat, guys. If it's an elementary step, what is the molecularity of the reaction? All right. So yeah, we'll end this on a count of 3. What is after y? Arrow. After y is arrow, Sanjana. This is arrow and this is z plus w. Why do you need this? You don't need it for molecularity. Yes, Amrut, beta, percent wise, 100% correct. All right, so we'll end this on a count of 3, 2, 1 now. Actually, many of you have still voted A, B, and D. I'm surprised. So yeah, it's a molecularity. So since it's an elementary step, so sum of the x, coefficient of x is 2, coefficient of y is 1. So 2 plus 1 is your molecularity, 3. Can you tell me what will be the order of this reaction? What will be the order of this reaction? What will be the order of this reaction? Yes. Order of this reaction will be also 3. Because I told you for elementary step, order and molecularity are same. For elementary step, order and molecularity are same. I hope it is clear, right? Order is also 3, molecularity is also 3. Now, clarifying here, guys, clarifying here, it will be always a natural number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It will not be fraction. It will not be negative. It will not be 0, right? I hope it is clear. It will always be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 type number. It will not be 0, negative or fractional. Molecularity cannot be fractional, negative or 0. Okay? Keep this point in mind. All right, so let's come, Adesh, but it should be given that conditions are not changing for order to be same. Obviously, Adesh, if the conditions are not mentioned, you'll assume the conditions are constant. I think you forget your states of matter. Whole number includes 0. Correct. That's why I have removed whole number, Ganesh. Ganesh, that's why I have striked out the whole number and I said it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, I'll come. Are Vijay Lakshmi, how can you say that? You have seen those reactions where you see stoichiometry half O2, they not be a elementary reaction. They might be a complex reaction. Right? If you see half O2, half H2, half Br2, they might not be your elementary reaction. So your half may not come in your stoichiometry. Getting a point? Vijay Lakshmi, you're right. Coefficients in some reactions are fractions, but are those reactions elementary? If not, then can you find its stoichiometry semi-modularity? No. Correct? So that's why it depends on mechanism then. It's a CET type question, guys. It's a CET type question. If in question the condition is not given like elementary or other, we have to consider it. If guys, if nothing was given, if elementary was not given also, only reaction was given, right? Then I would have answered unpredictable. If nothing was given. Because complex reactions ke liye we can't until we know the mechanism. Correct? They can be elementary, Pritesh, but you will not find the examples there where elementary step have fractional coefficients. Okay? All right. So, order of reaction can be negative. Chandan, order of reaction can be negative. Chandan, order of reaction can be negative. We have done one example also like that. Remember? Ha. Yes, Chandan is very right here. Overall order cannot be negative. Overall order of the reaction, very rarely it is found to be negative. With respect to some reactant, it will become negative. We have discussed that ozone example also. Correct? Let me show it to you. We had done this example also, ozone wala. Yeah. Here you saw O2 ke respect mein it was negative, but overall order was 2 minus 1. That is 1. It was a first order reaction. If somebody asks you what is the order of the reaction, it's a first order reaction. Okay? Overall. So let's move ahead. Yeah. This is your another question. The reaction is given like this. If rate law is given to be this, molecularity and order of the reaction are. What is the molecularity and the order of reaction? What is the molecularity and order of the reaction? What is the molecularity and order of the reaction? That we can't say na, Ravi Kiran. If it was supposed to be said, it should have been given in question. Right. So let's give you another 20 seconds. Let's give you another 20 seconds. All right. Let's go at it. We are going to end this on the count of 3, 2, 1. We are ending it now, guys. Cool. So what we see over here is Order we can directly find because rate law is given to you. If rate law is given, your sum of the powers 1 plus 1 by 2. So your order comes out to be 1 plus 1 by 2. That means 3 by 2. So if your order is 3 by 2, answer is either A, B or C. But it is not mentioned whether this reaction is elementary or not. If it is not mentioned, if it is elementary or not, and to be honest, this reaction is not elementary. Can you tell me why this reaction is not elementary? How did you get to know that this reaction is not elementary? This reaction is not elementary. It is mentioned in the question, but indirectly. It is mentioned in the question that this reaction is not elementary, but indirectly. Exactly. This reaction is not elementary. It is given in question, right? So therefore, since the reaction is not elementary, I will say molecularity cannot be defined. So answer will be C. Because if it was an elementary reaction, then your molecularity would have been 1 plus 1. Molecularity would have been 2. Order should also have been 2 if it was elementary reaction. Since your order has not 1 Br2, it has half Br2, not 1 Br2. That is not your stoichiometry. And since your order is not 2, it is 3 by 2. If it was elementary reaction, molecularity and order both would have been 2. But since your order is not 2, that means your reaction is not elementary. Is that clear? Is that clear, guys? I hope this point is clear to everyone. Many of you have voted A. So those who have voted A, have you got your answer now? Those who have voted A, have you got your answer now? Can we divide by 2 or some number on both sides of elementary reaction? No. Your molecularity will change. You cannot do that. Your molecularity will change. Vinayak, see beta. Vinayak, if it was an elementary reaction, your molecularity would have been what? 1 plus 1, stoichiometric coefficient, 2. And if it was elementary reaction, order should also have been 2. Molecularity and order are same for elementary reaction. But we have found our order as the sum of the powers in rate law to be 3 by 2. Since your order is not 2, that means your reaction is not elementary. Because if it was elementary reaction, your order should have been same as molecularity as 2. But our order is coming out to be 3 by 2. That means reaction is not elementary. And if reaction is not elementary, we cannot define your molecularity. Is that clear to Basu and Vinayak? Vinayak, I think. Yes, Vinayak and Basu. Is it clear now? If they given the rate law and we can find order, then it's slow step. Then why not elementary? Slow step is elementary step only, Pritesh. Slow step is elementary step only. I didn't get your doubt here. Your doubt has nothing to do with this question. Your doubt has 0% connection with this question. It will not be A, man. How it will be A? It is not elementary step only, na man. They have given the rate law, but have they written the rate law from this step? If you write the rate law from this step, then your rate law will be what? KH2 to the power 1, Br2 to the power 1. If this step was elementary or slow step, your rate law would be this, but which is not the case. That means this is not your slow step, Pritesh. Kya bol rahe ho? Pritesh is saying something. Pritesh, have you heard the song something? That's a good song. Go and hear after the class. Is the overall reaction? Is this the overall reaction? Yes, this is the overall reaction, Shreyas. Then it's complex. How to find molecularity? Athar, you are asking something which I have explained yesterday. For a complex reaction, Athar, we cannot write molecularity of the reaction. Let me write. For complex reaction, we cannot find molecularity. I think this is 4th time I'm repeating this. For complex reaction, molecularity is not defined. Molecularity is defined only for elementary step. I think I told this yesterday also. Complex reaction will have 3-4 steps. All 3-4 steps will be elementary. For every step, there will be one molecularity. But for overall reaction, there will be no molecularity if the reaction is complex. Is that clear? If rate law is not given, then we cannot do. Then we cannot answer anything. If this rate law was not given, guys, we cannot answer this question. Right? But we can find molecularity of step given rate law. Yes, Basantwada, you are 100% right. If you have a mechanism, there will be a slow step in the mechanism. Using that, you can write rate law, find order. Right? And for that step, you can find molecularity also. You can find molecularity only for one step, not for overall reaction. Right? Logically speaking, only B and C will be the correct option. Yes, you are kind of right, but we cannot define molecularity here. All right, guys, we are moving ahead. I think we have spent a lot of time on this question, but I find spending that much time on this question very useful because it clears a lot of doubt about order and molecularity. 80% of the people who study for these exams in this country do not really understand the difference between these two. Right? This is very important. Right. Yeah, there are homework questions you can practice. I have actually already uploaded these. Yeah. So there are some questions you can practice on it. It will help. Now we are moving towards integrated rate law. Guys, when I go to this concept, I want all of you to remember a few formulas of integration. What are those? I want you to know what is the integration of 1 by x dx. The integration of 1 by x dx is ln x. Right? And I also want you to know the basic formulas of integration. X to the power n dx. If you integrate something to the power n, right? Then its integration is x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1. Right? We want you to remember these formulas for integration. I think we need, and obviously, if there is an integration of dx, it will be x. Right? And how to apply limit? Let's say if you have a dx, limit is 0 to 2, then integration of dx will be x. Limit is 0 to 2. How to apply limit? Upper limit minus lower limit. So what is your upper limit? 2 minus lower limit 0. So I want you to know these basic things before we go ahead. These 3-4 things I want you to know because I'll be using it very rapidly in the derivation, right? And this will come for 3 marks derivation in your boards. There will be a 3 marks derivation in your boards on this. There will be a 3 marks derivation in your board. Go back to homework slide for screenshots. We have already uploaded it, but still if you want to take screenshot, guys, you can take. So I'll give you 2 seconds for each screenshot. 1, 2. I hope you have taken it, Veerbhadra. The next one, 1, 2. Right? Third one, 1, 2. I think you have taken it. Right? Is it clear? Now, Veerbhadra. Right. So let's move ahead with the integrated rate law. This is again very, very important for your boards also. It's very important for your all exams. There is a 90% probability you'll get question from here only. There is a 90% se bhi zyada actually. You'll get question from here only. Let us move ahead. Right. So before what we do in integrated rate law, we see about integrated rate law. We will find it for nth order reaction, general expression, 0 order, first order, second order. For all order of reactions, we will find integrated rate law. Then we'll find half-life for all the reactions. We'll see what is pseudo first order reactions. We'll see this also. Right. So we are starting with the integrated rate equation for nth order reaction first. right? All of you, please see this. This is something which all of you need to do in your boards also. You have to write what you are assuming. Your reaction is reactant giving you product. Reactant giving you product. Now, how would you write its rate law? Rate law will be rate proportional to reactant to the power reactant concentration to the power n, where your n is order. N is order of the reaction. Correct? And if you remove proportionality sign, you get a constant K. Correct? By the definition of rate, rate is defined as change in concentration of reactant by change in time. Change in concentration of reactant by change in time. So I can write my instantaneous rate as, in terms of reactant, it will be change in concentration of reactant, that is dr, by change in time. There will be a minus sign ahead. Why there is a minus sign ahead? Can you quickly recall why there is a minus sign ahead? Why there is a minus sign ahead? Can you recall why we keep minus sign ahead? Because the concentration of reactant decreases. Very good, very good, very good, all of you. So concentration of reactant decreases, therefore there is a minus sign. And we can write it in terms of product also. It will be plus dp by dt. This is how you write rate. Cool. Now, what we do here is, this is also expression of rate. This is also expression of rate, and this is also expression of rate. So can I equate these two things? Can I equate these two things? Both are rate only. Both are rate of reaction. So can I equate this rate with equal to this rate? Right. If I equate them, then minus dr by dt will become equal to kr to the power n. Minus dr by dt becomes equals to kr to the power n. Correct? But one is instantaneous. Both are instantaneous, Ravi Kiran. Both are instantaneous also. This is also instantaneous only. In reality, we find instantaneous rate only. Yes. Is this point clear, guys? Is this point clear? Right. Now, what can I write this expression as? What is this expression known as? I have already actually told you, but still, what is this expression known as? If you can quickly recall. This expression is known as, very good, Vani. This is known as differential rate law. Differential rate law. That means rate law expressed in the form of differentiation. If you express rate law in the form of differentiation, it is called differential rate law. So for the derivation, first thing, you will write your expression. You will write rate law. You will write rate in terms of differentiation. You will equate them and write your differential rate law. This is a very important step. Derivation is actually not important for your competitive exam, but the expressions you get out of it is very important. There are a lot of expressions you get. Yeah, but boards may definitely 3 mark ka derivation will come, either zero order or first order. Any doubt till this step, guys? Any doubt? Anyone? किसी को भी किसी प्रकार का कोई भी डाउट है तो पूछ सकता है. No doubt. Very good. Now, I'm going to derive it manually for your understanding. So please see this. We have written minus dr by dt is equals to kr to the power n. Parallelly, I want to write something else also. If this is your reactant concentration, reactant gives you product. You started with time equal to 0 pe. Let's say at t equal to 0, when reaction was started, initial concentration was R0. Product will be 0. After time t, from R0, some X amount is dissociated. Some X amount is dissociated. So how much will remain? R0 minus X. Correct? So if 1 mole gives you 1 mole, then X has dissociated. So X will give you how much? X. So what will be your product concentration here? X. Right? And this R naught minus X can also be written as final concentration of reactant, R final. So your R final is nothing but R naught minus X. So see carefully, when T is equal to 0, when T is equals to 0, concentration of reactant is R naught. When T is equals to T time, when T is equals to T time, concentration is this, which is written as R final. We are going to use it in our derivation, right? So T equal to 0 pe concentration is R naught, T equal to T time pe concentration is R final. You can write R initial also. R naught ki jagah you can write R initial also. Actually totally depends upon you. Okay? Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to separate the variables. R containing terms on this side, T containing terms on this side. So what do I get? Minus D R by R and K dt, R to the power N, right? Transfer the minus on that side. So you'll get dr by R to the power N. And here you'll get minus K dt. Now you integrate on both the sides. If you integrate on both the sides, minus K is constant. I'm taking it outside. So if you integrate on both the sides, what will be your integration limits? Time is going from 0 to time T. When time is 0, concentration is R naught. So time is 0, concentration is R naught. Time is T, concentration is R final. So it will be R final. So it is going from 0 to T and R initial to R final. Right? Is this point clear, guys? Any doubt in these steps, please ask. Now you can also write it as R to the power minus N dr minus K dt integration T equal to 0 to T equal to T. Why I'm doing so much steps, so slow integration? So that you understand. Don't worry, my maths is not that bad. Why K is taken outside? Because K is constant, Kishore. Integration ke andar you don't keep constants, right? For example, work done is minus P dV integration. If pressure is constant, pressure is taken outside integration, right? And you get minus P external dV, right? So this is the step. Now we will use this formula. X to the power N, this formula, X to the power N is X power N plus 1 by N plus 1. So if you use this formula, X to the power N ki jagah you have minus N. So you'll get R to the power minus N plus 1 by minus N plus 1, right? So integration limit is 0 to R final, R initial to R final. And here minus K as it is, dt integration is T, limit 0 to T, right? What I can do is, this minus N plus 1, I can write it as, take minus common here. If you take minus common here, then minus N plus 1 will come, N minus 1, and minus is taken outside. I can do this. Now I'm cancelling the minus on both the sides. Right? Now you apply the upper limit and lower limit. N minus 1 is constant. So let me copy this expression. You have got this expression. Yeah. So when you take this expression and get it over here, so you got this, correct? Now what you can do is, there was a minus outside which has been cancelled. Now what you can do is, take 1 by N minus 1 outside, it's a constant. Now R power 1 minus N it is, right? If you take reciprocal, it can be written as 1 by R to the power N minus 1. Now you apply limit R initial to R final. Here also you have K, T, lower limit, upper limit is T. Now apply the limits, upper limit minus lower limit. So you'll get 1 by N minus 1, R final to the power N minus 1 minus R initial to the power N minus 1 and this is equals to k. Upper limit is t, lower limit is 0. So upper limit minus lower limit, t minus 0 is kt. So your final expression, guys, becomes 1 by n minus 1, 1 by r final, power n minus 1, minus 1 by r initial, power n minus 1 is equals to kt. This is your final integrated rate law. This is your final integrated rate law. All of you, please see this and tell me if there is any doubt in any of these steps. This is your final expression of integrated rate law. I'll give you 5 seconds more. If you have any doubt in any of these derivations, steps, you can check it. How minus on both sides are cancelled. Come on, Athar, it's maths. It was what, Athar, here? It was 1 minus n here. It was minus n plus 1. If you take minus common outside, so minus n plus 1, if you take common, will become what? N minus 1. Minus 1, this is 1 minus n. Take minus common, what it will become? N minus 1. So 1 minus n, I have written it as minus n minus 1. So minus got cancelled. Is that clear now, Athar? How we took r to the power n minus 1? I did not understand. Second last step, I didn't get you. Yes, Aum, you are very much right. I'll discuss that where we can use, where we can't use. Can we further simplify it? No. This is the final expression. This is the final expression. I'll discuss it. Just give me 1 minute. 1 by r to the power n minus 1. Okay. Danu, just we have substituted the values. Upper limit minus lower limit. R final power n minus 1. This thing, I have written it as what? Obviously, if there is something x power minus 1, you can write it as 1 by x power 1. So if there is something r power minus n plus 1, if you want to take the reciprocal, you have to take minus sign outside. So it will be written as 1 by r n minus 1. You have to take minus sign outside to take reciprocal. That step only I have explained, Dhanush. The final concentration of reactants will be 0. You cannot say that, Shreyas, that happens only if reaction is 100% completed. If reaction is 100% completed, then only it is possible, Shreyas. Now, I would like to tell you, this is applicable for all the orders, but n cannot be equal to 1. N should not be equal to 1. It is applicable for your 0 order reaction, for your second order reaction, for your third order reaction. It works fine for all these. But for your 0 order reaction, first order reaction, it does not explain. Naren, which step are you asking? Beta, third step. Is this step, Naren? Naren, are you asking about this step? Last slide. 1, 2, 3. Are you asking this step, Naren? Okay, this one, Naren. In this, what have we done? Naren, this is quite obvious, man. 1 by x to the power n. What can you write it as? X to the power minus n. So 1 by r to the power n ko, you have written it as, you have taken it up and written is at r to the power minus n. Integration dr. Then you have used the formula x to the power n dx is what? X to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1. So r to the power n ki jagah you have minus n. So you'll have minus n plus 1. Minus n plus 1 divided by minus n plus 1 should have been there. There should have been minus n plus 1. But I have taken minus constant. So if I take minus constant outside, minus n plus 1 will become n minus 1. Right? Therefore, I have written minus n minus 1. Minus 1 is cancelled on both sides. I have written n minus 1. Is that clear, Is that clear, Naren? Now? All right. So now what we can do is, why can't it be used for first order reaction? So why we can't use it for first order reaction? See carefully. If your n is 1, if your n is 1, then 1 minus 1 will become 0. So you'll get 1 by 0 here. 1 by 0 means your time required will be infinity. Your time will become infinity, but time cannot be infinity, right? Reaction cannot be continued for infinite time. So 1 by infinity, your time will become infinite, but reaction cannot be carried out for infinite time. Therefore, for first order reaction, we cannot apply this. We'll derive separate formula for first order reaction, right? I hope it is clear now. Application of it. Wait. Application of it matlab kya hai? Your final concentration will be given, initial concentration will be given. They will ask you how much time is required for reaction to complete. That is the application. 100% complete, then KT is 0. Yes, Pritish. Then KT is 0. Pritish, will come to that. Don't worry. We'll discuss all that. Just give me a minute. That also depend upon n minus 1, na Pritish. So just give me some time. Right. Now, if this is not applicable for slow reactions, I have not come across any such cases, Chandrasekhar. Give me specific example, then I can think about it. Right. Now we can define something called half-life. We'll find general expression for half-life also. What is half-life? Also, students, you can write this as 1 by n minus 1. Your R final is R initial minus X power n minus 1 minus 1 by R initial power n minus 1 equal to KT. You can write it like this also. Now, what is half-life? It is time required. It is represented as T half. It is time required for reaction, for reactant to become half its initial value. Half its initial value. Or in short, it is the time required for 50% of the reaction to complete. If it is the time required for 50% of the reaction to complete, that means reactant, if you started with 2 mole, should become how much mole now? 1 mole. So for 50% of reaction to happen, you need to use this. Then, if this is the case, your R final will become equal to R initial by 2. Now put it in your formula. 1 by n minus 1. 1 by R final ki jagah you can keep R initial, or let's write it as R naught only. So R initial ki jagah you can write R naught by 2 whole power n minus 1 minus 1 by R naught power n minus 1 is equals to K. Now T ko you can write T half, 50%, right? Are Kirtan, we cannot solve question on this, Kirtan, because we have to find the reactions for 0 order, first order. We have to solve questions on order. It's a general expression. You can write the expression of any order. This is a kind of trick for you, so that you don't have to by heart 0 order, first order, second order, everything you don't have to by heart. If you remember this, you remember all the equations. We will not solve any question on nth order, right? Because until you don't know the order, how will you solve question? We will solve it for 0 order and first order. Just wait for some time. Correct? How can you think I'll not give you a question on this? Obviously, if I'm teaching something, I'll give you a question on that. So now, what you can do here is, you take 1 by n minus 1 constant, right? Now, this 2 will go up and you'll get 2 power n minus 1 divided by R naught power n minus 1 minus 1 by R naught power n minus 1. This is equals to K T half. Correct? Now, what can you do? You can take R naught n minus 1 as constant outside. So you'll get 1 by n minus 1, 1 by R naught power n minus 1, bracket 2 power n minus 1 minus 1 is equals to kt half. Right? So your final expression of kt half is t half is given as 1 by k, 1 by n minus 1, 1 by r naught power n minus 1, 2 power n minus 1 minus 1. This is your final expression of t half. Now, what do you need to learn here? See carefully. N minus 1 is constant, n is number, constant, k is constant, 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 constant. So t half is inversely proportional to 1 by r naught power n minus 1. This is very important. Now, can you tell me what is your r naught? What is your r naught? What is your r naught? R naught is your initial concentration of reactant. What is your R final? R final is final concentration of reactant, which is R naught minus X. Okay? Now, until you don't understand these formulas, there is no point of solving any question on it. You cannot expect you'll understand the formula from questions. First, you have to understand these formulas carefully. Now, this is your general expression of any order kinetics. This is your general expression of half-life of any order kinetics. Now we'll do what? We will find the expression for zero order kinetics and solve questions on it. Right? Any doubt in any of these steps, guys? Please ask. All you need to remember in the end is this. But you should know how to find half-life. Just keep your R final as R initial by 2 and solve it. Right. Now we are moving towards integrated rate equation. Integrated rate equation for nth order kinetics we have already discussed. Half-life also we have discussed. Now we are going to discuss it for zero order reaction. Now you will do this whole derivation. Now you will understand why I gave you nth order. If you remember your nth order, guys, if you remember your nth order, let me directly write it here. What is your nth order kinetics? 1 by n minus 1 R final power n minus 1 R initial power n minus 1 equal to kt. If I want for zero order, I should simply keep my 0, n as 0. If I keep n as 0, what will I get? 1 by 0 minus 1, 1 by R final power 0 minus 1 is minus 1. You can write it as minus 1 minus 1 by R initial power 0 minus 1, that is again minus 1, equal to kt. Now you can simplify it and write it as minus 1. This will go up, reciprocal will become R final minus R initial equal to kt, or R final minus R initial is equals to minus kt. Bring this minus sign here. So this is your expression for zero order. If you know your nth order expression, you can write your zero order expression. You need not derive it by integration. You need not derive it by integration. This is good for your competitive exam. You don't have to derive it again and again. Correct? This is something same as what we are deriving. R final is R initial minus kt. R final is R initial minus kt. Correct? This is what you have derived here also. Right? Same thing. So basically you cannot do this in boards. Boards may, when it comes for 3 marks, you have to derive it separately. You cannot do it in boards. So for boards, we will discuss the derivation part. Although it is same, we will discuss the derivation part here. This is 3 marks for boards. It is for 3 marks in boards. So see carefully. For boards, you cannot substitute the value of n and get the answer. You have to derive it separately. See carefully. We are starting with from here, right? We are not writing. This is your reaction. reactant giving you product, minus dr by dt is kr power n. I'm not writing this step. This is directly from the previous derivation, but you need to, I highly doubt you will do it. You'll say sir has not taught us. So I'll write it. Rate was equal to K concentration of R to the power N. N was 0. Right? This is your first equation. Then minus dr by dt is equals to rate. Now when you equate these two rates, equating these two rates, you will get this. You have taken N, let's say order was N here. Now you will keep the value of N as 0. Keep the value of N as 0. So if you keep the value of N as 0, anything to the power 0 is what? 1. So therefore, what will be left? Only K will be left. Only K will be left. No, Atharva, I cannot do it now. I am into a derivation. I cannot stop the derivation and go to that. Right? You should have asked earlier. So minus dr by dt is K. Is this step clear to everyone? Is this step clear to everyone? How we have got this? It's a 3-mark derivation. Please do not miss any point in it. It's a 3-mark derivation. Please do not miss any point in it. Yes, anyone having any doubt in this step till this step? Okay, so there is no doubt. So what I can do now is I'll cross multiply. So I'll get what here? I'll get dr here. I'll take minus dt here. So I'll get minus k into dt. I think this step should also be clear. dr is equals to minus k dt. Now you integrate both sides. Integration limits are time 0 to t. We have already seen when time is 0, concentration of reactant is R initial. When time is t, concentration of reactant is R final. Correct? Now what is the integration of dr? It is same as the integration of dx. X. Therefore, the integration of dr will be what? R. Limit is what? R naught to R final. Correct? Minus k you have taken outside. If you take minus k outside, minus k dt can be written as minus k outside integration of dt time 0 to t minus k as it is. Integration of dt will be t, lower limit 0, upper limit t. Now apply upper limit minus lower limit. When you apply upper limit minus lower limit, you'll get R final. They have missed some steps. I'm writing all these steps for you. If you apply the limit, you'll get R final minus R initial is equal to minus k as it is, upper limit t minus lower limit 0. Right? So this is your expression you have here. So if you simplify this, you'll get what? R final concentration minus R initial concentration is equals to minus KT. Is this clear? Any doubt in this expression, guys? Any doubt in this expression? Anyone? Yes, any doubt in this expression? Anyone? Please ask quickly. What will happen? I'll move ahead, then you'll ask the doubt in the previous slide. If there is any doubt in this, yes, it's just a formula substitution. All right, so I think it's clear to everyone. So if this is the case, you can also write it as R final concentration as R initial concentration plus KT. So this is your final expression for zero order kinetics. Same thing, you have derived it from your nth order kinetics also. For boards, you need to know the derivation. For competitive exam, I would request you to remember nth order kinetics, put the value of n. Okay? After integration, there must be a... Yeah, I understand what you're trying to say, Shreya. It's fine now. Right, now we are moving ahead. We are plotting some graphs for it. Please see carefully. Your expression is R final. The graph based questions are very common in chemical kinetics. You'll get a lot of questions from this, right? What can I do for n equal to 1? You can do the derivation for n equal to 1. You cannot use nth order kinetics for n equal to 1. I have already explained why you cannot use nth order kinetics for n equal to 1, Dhanush. Right. So this is your, you're plotting this on y-axis. You're plotting time on x-axis. This is slope m. Then this is your c. So it is a graph of y is equals to mx plus c. What is your slope? Your slope is minus k. That means your slope is negative. Correct? So when time is 0, your r final is equals to r initial. When time is 0, r final is equals to r initial. So this is your intercept c. That is r initial. And what is your slope here? Your slope here is m, that is minus k. So as you increase time, since there is a negative sign here, r final will decrease. So r final will decrease as you increase time. So your graph will be something like this. Correct? And it will touch the x-axis. When it touches the this is your r final. This is your time. Where at this point, point A, r final, or what is the value of r final at this point? At this point, what is your r final? What is the r final at this point? 0. That means r final was what? R final was r initial minus x. This is equal to 0 means x is equals to r naught. That means reaction is 100% complete. Reaction is 100% complete. Therefore, reactant remaining is 0. Reactant remaining is 0. Reactant remaining is 0 means what? Your reaction is 100% complete. Therefore, for time 100%, your R final, you have to keep it as 0. Your R final should be 0. Now, this is the graph, slope, intercept. Now we are finding T 100%. Time required for 100%. Very easy. Keep your R final as 0. If you keep your R final as 0, then this value is 0. 0 is equals to R initial minus KT, or KT is equals to R initial. So T 100% will be equal to R initial by K. This is your formula for 100% completion of reaction. So if question comes, zero order kinetics is 100% completed, can be 100% completed. Answer is yes. Yes, it is 100% completed. You can complete this reaction. You can complete this reaction. What will you do for your T half? Guys, what will you do for your T half? For your T half, what will you do? For your T half, your R final should become equal to how much? R initial by 2. So keep the value in the expression. R final is R initial by 2. So you'll get R initial by 2 is equal to R initial minus KT. So R initial minus KT. You can simplify this. Bring KT here and R initial by 2 here. You'll get R initial minus R initial by 2. You'll get KT is equals to R initial by 2. And T is equals to T half now will be R initial by 2K. Now see carefully. This is R initial by 2K. And 100% is R initial by K. Obviously, your T 100% will be 2 times T 50%. Is that clear? Yes, guys. Is that clear? We'll do one question on this and end this class. All right. So remember all the formulas. Zero order kinetics is over. I'll take one very good example of it and explain it physically tomorrow. Now see this carefully. A zero order reaction having concentration of reactant 0.4 molar completes in 80 minutes, right? The value of rate constant for the reaction in mole liter inverse minute inverse will be. See carefully. Reactant was having this much concentration. Reaction is completed in this much time. Reaction is completed in this much time. What does it mean? You know it better. And which formula to use? You know that also better. What does it mean? You know it better. You can start solving it. So initial concentration is given, rate constant is asked, time is given. Which time is given? You have to figure out. So Kirtan, I hope you are there. Kirtan, this is your first question today on integrated rate law. It depends upon order, Kirtan. Kirtan, is this question clear to you? K for Kirtan. I think many of you have got the answer actually. Yes, very good. Yeah, so I think we can discuss it on a count of 3, 2, 1. Now, we'll discuss it now. All of you should read this and come tomorrow, guys. I will take test on this, at least the formulas and all, then start. So reaction is completed. Reaction completes means it is T 100%. Reaction completes in 80 minutes means it is the time required for 100% reaction to complete. So T 100% will be what? R naught by K. Your job is done. K is what? R initial reactant concentration by time 100%. What is your reactant concentration? 0.4. Time required is 80 minutes. Now you can simplify this. 1 by 200 is your answer. You can write it as 1 by 2 into 10 power minus 2, which is 0.5 into 10 power minus 2, which is 5 into 10 power minus 3. That means your answer is C. Your answer is C. Very good, all of you. So if there is any doubt, guys, you have 1 minute ka window. You can ask. We are done for the class for today. Thank you all for joining in. Tomorrow, I'll ask questions on this and move to the next order kinetics. Oh, sorry. Quiz is there. It's a very good quiz today. Just give me a minute. Yeah. I think it is visible enough. Cartoon also I'll explain. Chetana, you should see the options. Chetana, K ka unit was given in minute inverse. Chetana, you see the option mein unit, K ka unit, K was asked in minute inverse. So Chetana, it was minute inverse. Nth derivation will not be asked in boards. Boards mein you'll get only zero order and first order. Only two derivation, zero order and first order. I think many of you have got it, but got it wrong. Chalo, let's end this, guys. Actually, it is 1 rupee note. It's 1 rupee note. Okay? You can go home and check the note image also. I hope you know what is Sagar Samrat. If you don't know, I have given the description of it here. It's one of the biggest, India's biggest oil refinery. Yeah, cartoon is pretty easy, guys. We are discussing integrated rate law. So if you integrate a small problem, it becomes a big problem. Okay? So integration of devil is what? Integration of dx is x. So integration of devil will be what? Evil. Correct? Yes, that's all about today. I think we are done. If there is any doubt, guys, 1 minute, please quickly ask. If there is any doubt, so you should differentiate your problems and you should not integrate them, in short. इमोजी शैतान वाला इमोजी है, शैतान ऐसा. This oil refinery Sagar Samrat is present in 150 kilometer offshore from Mumbai. Half life equation once again. Nth order I'll show. Athar, note it quickly. I got another class. I need to run. Athar, this is the expression. This is the equation, Athar. I hope you have taken the screenshot. I am moving. Mansi, H2O does not have 3 molecules. H2O has 3 hydrogen atoms. Correct yourself, Mansi. Now, zero order derivation. Kishore, please see this carefully. Please see the derivation carefully, Kishore. Kishore, quickly. Yes, Chandan. Around 100 kilometers from there. In the sea. I'll check that, Meghna. I might not have seen it. I'll check that. Kishore, I hope it is done, beta. Kishore, respond quickly. There is a construction one going on, Pritesh. Chalo, let's end this quickly, guys. We got another class. Thank you, all of you. Have a great day ahead.